Hey everyone, welcome to the movie Mount Rushmore of the late, great Val Kilmer. Basically, I'm just picking the movies from his career that I think belong on his Mount Rushmore of greatest film achievements. Many of us know that he was battling throat cancer for over a decade, but that's what I think made seeing him in Top Gun Maverick such a treat. Due to his condition, he typed out most of his lines for that movie, but delivered his final words on film perfectly.
One last thing. Who's the better pilot? You or me?
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
If this was the Mount Rushmore of lines delivered by Kilmer, that might make the list, but this is specifically about the best roles of his career, in my opinion, of course. Now, what would you put on Val Kilmer's monumental mountain? If your brain is starting with any other movie than Tombstone, you haven't seen Tombstone.
Your daisy if you do.
He deserved an Oscar for that performance, and that's not hyperbole because he's no longer with us. So many lines of his from that film are quotable, so much so I think Doc Holliday himself would have been pleased with the portrayal. That's why it goes in the George Washington spot, in my opinion. But that leaves us with 3 other spots on his Mount Rushmore that may not be as easy to pick as you think they'd be. Coming in second is him portraying another real person, Jim Morrison.
I'm the poet and you're my muse.
Oliver Stone directed Kilmer in The Doors and still says Val was robbed of an Oscar for that performance as well. Coincidentally, the actress he shares that scene with, Meg Ryan, was also in what I'm slotting at number 3 of Kilmer's Mountain, the original Top Gun.
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe.
This movie put Kilmer on the Hollywood stardom map. He was the quintessential antagonist to Maverick and played the pretty boy narcissist with a heart perfectly. Now to the 4th and final face on the mountain, and this one is tough, guys, because he really was an accomplished actor who took each role seriously, and he's been in some great films. There's the Ron Howard fantasy classic Willow, the heist caper thriller The Saint. He played backup co-star to Al and Bobby D in Heat. I even liked him in the romance flick At First Sight with Mira Sorvino. Now, I realize some of you may be thinking this last one should be pretty obvious, because when his death was announced, every news alert I saw included one movie in particular, Batman Forever. If you think his portrayal of the Dark Knight belongs on this man's Mount Rushmore, well, that's just bullshit. I'd put his role as Elvis in True Romance above that, and you don't even see him on camera in that movie.
Clarence, I like you. I always have. Always will.
Okay, enough beating around the mountain. I went old school with my choice, a little nostalgia for you, and chose a film that I think really showcased how much he was growing into his craft, how much he was enjoying being on film sets.
I did help you. I tried to help you relax.
I know this is a controversial pick, but for me, it's real genius, guys. This was only his second movie, his first being Top Secret, and it's almost like you can see his talent pour off the screen. I'm not saying he was at the level of Doc yet,
I'm your huckleberry.
but you could feel him eat up the screen. Seeing all his co-stars, especially that young, feed off of him and his energy just showed you what a rare and special talent he was.
Now you try it.
Yeah!
Now, let's unpack.
Right.
So this is my official Val Kilmer movie Mount Rushmore for his entire career. Would you have picked other ones? Let me know in the comments how you would have broken them down. As for now, I'll wish peace and power to an actor I always looked forward to seeing on screen. And I'll end this monumental piece with him playing the same character I began with, the role that launched dozens of others. Fly high, Iceman.
You can be my wingman anytime.
You can be mine.